So yesterday, Engen uploaded a video where he updated us on how his talks with Robert Baxter and East vs West are going, if the event in Baku, Azerbaijan is still relevant, and also some other things. So starting off with the first thing, the deal with Robert and East vs West, which Engen has been talking about for such a long time now, with him talking about this in almost every single YouTube video. Now I have no idea why is this taking so long or who's to blame here, but let's just all hope that they can finally come to terms with this so that we can finally know if Engen is back at East vs West or not. Now Engen also talked about the Baku event in Azerbaijan, which up to this point has had 3 different dates announced, with all of them going nowhere. But finally we have a new update, and this event now is being targeted for September 27th, and like I also mentioned in one of my previous videos, I think that the next step for East vs West is going to be very important, since they'll be following the Shaw Classic event on August 15, but since this card is mostly filled by Western athletes and is happening in US, which is a place that Eastern athletes can't travel that easy, I think that the next location for East vs West should definitely be somewhere where it's more accessible for the Eastern athletes, with Baku, Azerbaijan maybe being the right place to do it. And lastly, Engen also talked about the topic that hasn't been spoken very much lately, which is the debt situation that transpired with King of a Table. Now for those who don't know, King of a Table was previously owned by a guy called Don Idris that went on to sell the company to Robert Baxter, who at that time also owned East vs West. Now apparently afterwards, Robert found out that King of a Table actually had some problems in finances and that they couldn't pay the athletes what they were promised, which by the way is one of the reasons why this drama started in the first place. But I'm happy to hear that Robert and Engen is finally acknowledging this, and that they're as of now promising that athletes which were not paid will finally get the money that they were promised. But anyways, what are your thoughts about some of the topics that Engen mentioned here, and do you actually think we will see East vs West coming to Baku in September? Leave your thoughts down below. And by the way, if you still haven't got the pay-per-view for August 15, be sure to visit eastvswestarmwrestling.com, where you will find not only the pay-per-view but also all the details about this event. Now if you have a chance and you want to see this event in person, be sure to scan this QR code for all the details.